There you go.
Did you turn on the camera?
It's on.
Alright, so we're mowing second cut hay. This was some of the first hay that I made when I got back from North Carolina. And of course you gotta feed it in order for it to feed you. So put the fertilizer down, and it's actually quite a nice second cut. It is orchard grass. There are some other invasive grasses in there, but not much. I did see some barnyard grass, and there's actually some reef canary sprigs in there, which that's okay too, because it makes the grass look really good. But it's really hazy out the last couple of days, and it's cool at night. Like, it was 46 degrees last night, or 44 degrees. What do you remember what it was?
46, I think.
I think it was 46. I got Miss Teresa is actually a camera woman today. Yeah, so this haze is from the fires in California and Oregon and Washington State. That smoke is in the atmosphere. I don't smell it, but I was told that if you had a oxygen mask on and then took it off, you would be able to smell the smoke. Now, that was on the news this morning, and I thought that was kind of insane. Mommy's all worried about her little boy down here in the safest thing we're in. Because Mr. William is in his car seat. Eating what? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? And I told her that stuff's not really good for the little guy, but, you know.
He enjoys it.
Yeah, of course. I enjoy crack, too. But is it good for me?
A little bit won't hurt.
No. Oh, so, was watching another thing about people not liking my strong language and my opinions. And it was on one of the comment threads. I think it was on Instagram. But anyways, don't like my attitude, my strong language, and my way of being. And this is just the way I've always been. 99% of the people where I live are like that, unless they come from somewhere else. And then I was watching on I forget what news outlet it was, and they were talking about the Midwest and the West does not like the way Donald Trump talks and acts. And I'm like, you know, I don't see anything wrong with the way the president talks. It's kind of the way I talk. It's to the point. If you're an idiot, I'm going to call you an idiot. If you're fake, you're fake. And it was explained to the person that was complaining about Mr. Trump that that's just the way they are back east. It's not that they don't have any compassion. It's not that they're assholes. It's just the way they are. And I thought about it. I was like, you know, I guess I'm abrasive. And am I abrasive?
Sometimes.
I can be abrasive. Well, see, you're from the Philippines, and that's different. And, you know, that's different yet. Very conservative people over there. I'm quite conservative, but I'm not afraid to tell you off. And so anyways, I guess that's why I like the president so much, because he's a lot like me. And I watch other farming channels and other channels, and they're not like me. They're not like me. When I have a problem, I'm going to say it. Let's talk about it. Some people can construe that as complaining. I don't see it as complaining. I'm just bringing it to someone's attention, right? I mean, but whatever. I guess that's just the way it is back east. So, and there are some farmers that are shy back east here. I'm not really shy, but whatever. Anyway, back to second cut. This is going into big bales. If it dries, it dries. That smoke that's in our atmosphere is blocking the sun. You can see the cloud base is there. See it? You see the clouds? They're just kind of there. And everything above that is smoke. It's not clouds, and it is blocking us out. So we're not really getting that drying weather that we need. So my hopes and thoughts and ambitions with this stuff was to make a decent second cut. But the reality is, it's not going to be. It is going to be mulch for the mushroom barns. Yep. I was always going to buy a wrapper and start wrapping this stuff, but for the $60,000-$70,000 that it would cost me for the wrapper and the plastic to wrap it and the time that it would take to stack it and then haul it out to Lancaster County, to the beef and dairy industry out there, it just didn't make sense. But boy, would this make a really nice second cut baleage. But you know, hey, it is what it is, right? I would have had to buy squeezers instead of those spikes to load them up, and it's just more money. But anyways, maybe their thoughts. I don't know. I would have to get close to $300 a ton to make that worth it. And I haven't seen hay go for baleage go for $300 a ton. And I know there's a lot of companies out there that are doing it. And yes, it is heavier because it's wet. You bale it wet, you wrap it wet. You want it to be somewhere between 25 and 30% moisture. Because I used to make baleage when we milked cows. Made a lot of baleage when we milked cows. I should kick Joe's ass for that. Did you see that? So.
He was the one who bailed here. You're the one who stacked.
Yeah, he is the one that bailed it.
I know.
So anyway, I've got a headache.
Hungry, thirsty.
It could be. Now I want to put this strip in here. And I think I'm far enough.
Why don't you put the strip in the back instead of the front?
Because this is where they want it. They just need it to be about this wide. And I'm going to make it serpentine down here. This is for bird hunters. Bird hunters want to have a strip of grass or two in the field so that they can put their birds out and hunt them. And I don't have a problem with that, except it does cut into the profit, you know. But I don't really have too big of a problem with it. I just don't think it's going to be what they think it is. That's all. And I'll do one here, and I'll probably do one out there a ways so that they can get between them. And I have to do more later, so you might as well shut that off over in the other field when I do it. It's gonna Good morning. Right, Teresa? Mm-hmm. She brings me this Congo cup of coffee. Now, I haven't let it sink in long enough. It's 7:30, and I do have to do an ag talk in a raw today. So you really want to have a little bit of caffeination in you so that you can get going. But anyways, yeah, today's the day I'm going to bale that second cut. This was filmed, 3 days ago? I'd say 3 days ago. 4 days ago. 3 days ago. 3 days ago, we filmed and cut this stuff. Did get a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of clearing, but it is hazy yet from all the fires on the other side of the country. Yes, I know there's probably some people that were wondering, what the hell fire is he talking about? I'm talking about Oregon, California, Washington State. They're burning. I mean, it's burning up bad. It's burning up really bad. I have some comments about that. I am not a fire marshal or anything like that, but I go to a place in the world every year where fire is a very big, important thing in that country's existence. I go to the Philippines, where Teresa was born and bred and raised and all that stuff. Right? Yeah. So, anyways, pretty much every day there's a fire someplace in the Philippines. The Ayatis tribes and the where's the other ones? There's Ifugaos, all those tribes that go out that live throughout the Philippines and the province areas. They have council meetings and they decide, hey, we're going to burn this mountainside today. And what that does is it takes out all the underbrush. Okay, so when you have all the underbrush, that nice dry tinder and stuff that can burn, you control it with fire. Yes, with fire. And then, when it is when it's really dry, if there's a lightning strike or something like that, it will not burn up cities and towns because they just burn the mountainsides, they burn the straw off of the rice fields and all this stuff. It's burnt. All that tinder is gone. Well, here in the United States, we have firefighters and fire prevention. Now, and then what they'll do is they'll build housing and stuff like that in these beautiful areas where it's all woods and there's big trees and this beautiful jungle-looking stuff. And you're not allowed to burn the brush. Fire is strictly prohibited. And what happens then is after years of pine needles, tree leaves, dead limbs, and things like that falling in the woods, and then along the roadsides and stuff, there's a lightning strike, a campfire, a gender reveal party. Yes, a gender reveal party is what started some of the largest wildfires that killed, I think, 83 people died over that thing. All this tinder is there, and you cannot control it. It is a tinder box. It is on fire, and there is no way. There isn't enough water in the ocean to put this stuff out. So if they would just burn it, allow it to burn as it falls, like every year we do a controlled burn in certain areas, maybe every other year, something like that, we could avoid all this stuff, but they're not that smart here. Uh-oh, something happened. What happened here? We don't need that. So anyway, how is my share just successful when I didn't even share it? That's nuts. But anyway, that's it. So all this smoke and this haze that we're having has dropped the temperatures on the East Coast by 4, 5, 6, 7 degrees. It's cold, right? You were talking about putting the air conditioner on just 5 minutes ago. I told her, no, we're not putting the air conditioner on. Or the heater on. The heater. We don't need the air conditioner. We need to take the air conditioner out and put the heater on. But you know what? In a week's time, 2 weeks' time, when these fires are burned out and the smoke clears and all is right with the world, we'll go right back up to 75, 80 degrees, and she'll want to turn the air conditioner back on. But in the meantime, the days are getting shorter, and the hay is getting harder to dry out. I've got about 700 acres of this stuff that needs to get made. I was going to try and make about 350 of it good, but that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So this stuff that I'm mowing today on this video is going to go into a big bale. It will be. We'll see what the moisture is, and if I can come up with a pallet of salt, maybe I'll salt it and maybe keep it from cooking. I don't know. Salt is wonderful. If you guys are using acid, go get yourself a Gandy salt applicator. Salt is cheaper, and a Gandy salt applicator isn't really that expensive. You can look them up online, put them right on the face of your baler. I know WT Farm Girl would probably benefit from this. Gandy salt applicator. Horses love salt. Cows love and need salt. And yeah, there you go. I just gave you the tip of the day. This acid that they put on is basically citric acid. It's good to about 20%, 22% moisture, whereas salt, depending on the amount that you put on, you can go over 30% with salt. And it will keep, and it will just keep. It'll be heavy as lead because of the moisture that's in it, but those bales will keep. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you liked my tip of the day, and stay safe out there.